So in this lesson, we are going to talk about primary succession. And it still rhymes. Oh gosh. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't really make a script when I do these videos, so every time I mess up or realize something, I actually have to re-record, it's a lot. Okay, but primary succession is whenever it starts with bare rock, as in there is no soil there. Pioneer species like lichen have to come in and start breaking that rock down. Some examples of these are like a volcanic eruption. So volcanic eruptions kind of just ruin all the soil everywhere, and just like when it cools down is just the rock. A glacier that goes down a mountain and then just takes anything as it's falling down, are things like a sand dune. So a newly formed sand dune is made when wind kind of moves sand around and then just kind of settles in a spot. So yeah. Essentially, primary succession starts with things like lichen, which is a pioneer species. They come in, attach to the rock, secrete an acid that causes the rock to chemically change into soil, which is a really interesting process. So that is kind of the first steps of making rock into soil. And then we kind of see moss come in as well and continue that breaking down process. And then after moss and lichen kind of break down and make good soil with good nutrients, grass starts to grow in and just pew, 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 grass everywhere. It takes actually a long time, so not this fast, like pew, 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 but grass will come through. And then like things like bushes or just like bigger plants that could kind of be supported more by the grass being there with the soil. And then after like all of that grows in, we have these giant trees come in. Actually, trees aren't giant immediately. Sorry. Trees will come in and eventually become gigantic because that's what they do. And because they're trees and places to stay, animals come in, and it's just amazing. It's called a climax community whenever you have all of these different organisms come in, and finally that area, that ecosystem is built fully and is functional and has some type of biodiversity in it. So the biggest difference between secondary and primary succession is that primary succession starts with no soil, it's just rocks, nothing's there, it's super lame, it is like the worst place to be because there are no animals and no plants, it's just literally a rock, and that's just lame. And yeah, that's about it. So I hope that helps. The next video will explain a little more and give you some questions just to make sure you really understand it. And that's all, guys. Goodbye. Primary, secondary, primary, secondary. Primary starts with just rocks and no soil at all. That doesn't rhyme, but it's just a fact. I hope that helps.